Welcome back. We've talked about booming business in the suburbs, so what is happening in downtown Milwaukee?
Yeah, the city's third ward is also growing rapidly, but there's still some challenges there. And here to talk about that is Carrie Arroway, owner of Lila's Boutique. Okay, you've got a lot of competition online, big retailers. How do you compete?
Well, first of all, I think it's a tragedy to really consider it a competition.
Okay.
As a small business and as a retailer who offers really unique experiences, I don't really feel threatened, and I don't think that any small business should be threatened by those. We have to be aware of them, but we have some unique opportunities that those big boxes and online retailers don't have. For example, I think, as simple as the fact that it's a beautiful day today.
Yes.
I, as a small business retailer, can say, you know what, it's going to be a great weekend. Let's move all of our sundresses up to the front of the store, and that way the sidewalk traffic that sees it is going to come in and look at them. If I worked in a big box store, I don't have that flexibility. I have to look at the merchandise layout plan and say, well, here's where the coats go, here's where the dresses go, here's where the jewelry goes. And so, like, honestly, that's a very simple thing, but it does help.
And it drives business.
Yeah, it's a really big deal.
How much of a factor is just your presence, your personality in a store like that, being able to, the boss is interacting directly with the customers, whereas, at some other stores in the third ward, they're corporate. And they've got people, they have a regional office, they have a home office, and you're dealing with somebody 4 or 5 steps down the ladder.
Sure. Well, I think that I have amazing employees, so I think that you wouldn't know whether you're working with the owner or with one of the girls on the floor. Shout out to that team. But there is something to be said for that. There absolutely is. An effort is made to, you're coming into our home versus it's a store where I check in and I check out as an employee. So some of those things that you offer, you mentioned earlier, like we have a dog in our store. It's our home. So you're coming in, we take your coat, we offer you some water, we have candy bowls. Like those are things that you don't necessarily see when you're shopping in a mall store. So I think the personality is there.
I like what you said too, and it seems like this has been the theme throughout the show, is this experience that people are having when they come into your store.
Right.
And if you provide that experience, there is no sense that you will ever be eliminated from the equation, right?
No, I don't think so. And again, I will say that the whole concept of we can be nimble as a small business, and we have that creativity, and we work hard. We want your business, but we're doing it out of a sincere, we want to help you. Like, we're not just here to make money. We're here to be part of a landscape. We're part of a growing, dynamic neighborhood, and we're proud of being where we are and making sure that Milwaukee is, our best foot is forward every day.
Third Ward has come a long way in the last decade. It used to be a place where small businesses could probably rent a place pretty cheaply to set up shop. National retailers have now moved in. You're down the street from Anthropologie. West Elm's around the corner from you. Is it getting harder for the small businesses to thrive in this neighborhood as the competition gets greater and the rents go up and it gets more dense and it's harder to park, and everything you wanted to come is coming?
Those are all very different questions. I'll tackle them one at a time if I can. The first one, first of all, I feel very fortunate that I came in when it was still pretty sleepy, and I have a lovely landlord who recognizes the value of helping out the small guy, and so I am able to stay local personally, and I've been out of the game of looking for long enough that I don't really know what the landscape looks like for these emerging or new people trying to come in. I'm grateful that I'm not in their shoes, but I also think that there are enough people out there landlords out there that do want to continue the vibe of our neighborhood and keep it unique. And so I hope that translates into affordable rents and spaces that are feasible for small businesses.
And then talk about what you think needs to happen, even as you see the growth in the third ward, to bring more diversity and more foot traffic in that area.
Well, I think that, to segue back to the whole crux of this story being like what's happening in the suburbs, these shopping centers that are happening in communities outside of downtown, believe it or not, like that really attracts tourists, and tourists bring money. Tourists are fun. They love our city, and Milwaukee's kind of on the map as a secret. Like, I don't mind that it's a secret because I love living here. But I, as a business, am excited to share that secret and spread it wide, far and wide. So I don't think that development in our neighborhood and development in the outside communities can be looked at as anything other than really great for our city.
Well, we love what's happening in the Third Ward. It is a neighbor. I remember when I was in college, it was the place you went to buy your Halloween costumes at the at the Salvation Army.
Yep,
that was about it down there.
Was that the flagship store in the Third Ward?
Kind of.
Yeah, and now it is a booming, diverse neighborhood.
Yeah,
Carrie
it sure
Arroway,
is.
thank you so much for coming.
Thanks.
Yes.
Coming up, learning to climb despite their disabilities.
The program that is giving the people confidence to push boundaries and to climb boulders.